Good morning. Good morning. Let's get into today's price action. Let's go over some of the trades that we took today. Maybe some of the trades that you could have taken today. Again, we're going to use a very simple strategy. We're going to use very simple indicators of supply and demand. What you guys see on my chart is the 20 SMA. That is the white line. You are looking at the 50 SMA, the red line. And that lighter shaded greenish blue line is the 200. So market, a little bit tricky. I'm still seeing some people that are having some great success in the market and being able to wrap it up after 2 or 3 trades early. And I'm seeing some people that are chopping themselves up due to range maybe being too big, maybe emotions, maybe trying to rush the process a little bit too fast for whatever the reason. Remember, regardless, even if you need the money, even if you need to take a payout in 2 weeks to pay your mortgage or else you're going to be thrown out on the street, you've got 2 weeks to make that money. So do not put all your stress and emphasis on this one particular trade, on this one particular day. Let's get into the price action. Immediately off the bell, we shoot up, okay? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see 47.5 point range candle. It was a 20 SMA play. Now, there's a couple of things here on this chart that you need to be mindful of. One, we've got upper supply here at the 50 SMA, okay? 2, we've got upper supply here at the 200 SMA. This chart doesn't have any breathing room until we get over the 200 period moving average. So there's going to be 2 sides to traders here. There's going to be the first side of traders that do not take this trade because they're hesitant. I don't want to take anything off the bell, which is understandable. The range is too big for a stop loss. It's understandable. And then there's going to be people that are going to say, okay, if this confirms, I'm going to go ahead and take this setup here. Now, the high price here is 19,864. So we're looking to get in over that price. So let's call it 865 is by the time you get in. We confirm on the following candle here at 6:35 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. However, keep in mind, we've got that upper 50-day moving average supply zone here. As soon as it wicks you in, it immediately pulls back almost 20 points. This is going to be hard for people to stomach if you're trading on the mini side of things. Let me give you guys a piece of advice, especially if you're finding trades difficult early in the morning where you're not able to withstand 20-point reversals or a 20-point decline. We've got to play micros. Okay, I know a lot of you guys do not like to hear it, but you're going to keep banging your head against the wall until it finally hurts so bad you have no other option. Okay, so instead of doing that, instead of giving ourselves a concussion over and over and over, let's just fix the problem, find a solution and fix the problem so we could still partake in the markets and we could try to at least give ourselves the best attempt or stab at trying to make some money. Give you an example. Even if we're going to use the low of day or the reason why candle as a stop, okay? Any stop loss below there. We're looking at, let's call it 50 points. 50 points, okay? A lot of you are thinking, how on earth am I going to give myself a 50-point stop loss to take 5 points or 10 points or whatever? I get it. That's a lot of drawdown. But when you operate on a strategy that's going to win 70% of the time, 75% of the time, 80% of the time, and it's up to you as a trader to call it quits and manage that money when you do make money, you're going to win a lot more trades than you're going to lose. So yeah, the risk to reward ratio is going to be skewed a little bit. We can cut down by maybe telling ourselves, okay, if this is a 47-point range candle, let's call it 50 points for the better sake of math. I'll give myself a 25-point stop loss. 25-point stop loss, and I'm going to look for, anywhere between 5, 10, 15 points, okay? When we get into this trade, you're going to go into an 18-point, 19-point drawdown, okay? So if you're trading one mini contract, you're going to be down upwards of almost $400, okay? Upwards of almost $400 here. That's a lot of pressure to withstand because there's going to be a lot of traders who are going to get scared and they're going to get emotional, which you have every right to. And then you're going to watch this trade continue to push all the way up to the high side. I mean, this trade pushes up over 50, 60 points, okay? If not more. So you were right on the idea, bad on your position sizing. Why? That's the main question that needs to be asked. You need to ask yourself, why are you dead set on trying to make so much money so early in the day? Why are you dead set on trying to hit, you know, $500 trades, $1,000 days? Why? Okay, we need to just be a part of the game. We need to be in the game. Okay, we don't need to be the superstar. We just need to be a role player. That's it. So if we give ourselves a 25-point stop loss on half this reason why, again, you have to make these adjustments in real time, because making an adjustment like this to cut the, you know, the stop loss from a full range candle to half the range candle, that's not something we're going to do on every single trade, but it's something that we can do in a high volatility, you know, big range candle like this, right? We don't have to sit here and play by the rules on every single trade. You know, you don't have to give yourselves 50 points. We can cut this in half. We can use 20, 25 points as a stop loss. In that particular scenario, yeah, if you're trading, let's say 5 micro contracts and you're down 20 points, well, you're going to lose around $40 a contract. So instead of being down 400 plus points, you're going to be only down 200 points on this move. But then you're going to make $100. You're going to make $200. Okay. You're going to make $300 on 5 micro contracts, guys. So I need you guys to put things into perspective. This 20 play, for those of you guys who took this play off the bell and you lost, it's not the strategy that lost. It's not the setup. It's not the market that made you lose. It's you not playing the size that your account can handle to see this move through. Remember, what good is it pushing our chips to the middle of the table to see everyone else's cards if we're going to fold before we see everyone else's cards? Okay, so if we're gonna put our money into this trade, we need to see this trade through to stop loss and or until profit. But we can't put our money on this trade and then not see the cards unfold, because if we would have seen the cards unfold, this trade would have paid. If we look at the price here from 19,864, within a matter of 10 minutes, it goes up to a price of 19,878. So we got over 14 points on this move within 10 minutes. And even trading 5 micros, you're looking at, you know, 10 points times the 5 micros. Just somebody do the math, right? I mean, again, you would have made money on the move, okay, within 10 minutes. So if you're talking about making $20 per 1 micro on 10 points, okay, and you're trading 5 micros, you're talking about a potential $100 trade here, and that's not even considering holding any runners and getting any more of this move. I'm just talking about taking 10 points here, okay? So again, make that game time decision, because this is a perfect break, consolidate, pop. It went into supply, and once we cleared supply, which is a 200-day moving average, it exploded. So if you took this first trade and you got stopped out, you got to start reevaluating how much size you're putting on the table, guys, because if you don't, you're going to start to get hurt, okay? Especially in a market, in a market environment that we're in right now. We need to be a little bit more dynamic, and we need to start making these adjustments. The next trade setup happens here at 7:10 in the morning. It's the same deal. This is a 76-point range candle. There's no way in hell that we're going to give ourselves 75 points worth of risk. So we've got to cut it in half, okay? We've got to give ourselves 30, 35 points worth of stop loss, okay? Or whatever you want to give it, right? This particular candle here is a 35-point range candle. But if you notice, when this candle confirmed, the low price here is 19,825. It quickly went down to 19,814. So this trade here, even though it did kind of backpedal against you for a little bit, it would have paid you 5, 10, 15 points before it started to stop you out. Again, trickles around for 5, 10, 15 minutes before kind of making these weaker, you know, lower lows here. And then finally, once we started to really break down through those pre-market lows and that opening range, 30-minute range lows, you got that drastic 60-point candle to the downside, which I know a lot of my members in Evolution Traders, we took this trade here. Because again, you've seen that big pop, you've seen us come down, a little bit of consolidation, market failed to push back up over supply, and then you lose that low of day for that second time there, and you get that absolute nice flush. But again, I'm not going to really cover any of the other setups here. There was a short setup here that paid. There was a long setup here that paid. There's a short setup here that never confirmed. A long setup here that I think just happened. Again, I was on a call with somebody, but the high price was 19,816. That goes up to 19,822 and a quarter. That does pay you 5 points there as well. So again, dial in your profit taking. Are you taking 5 points? Are you taking 10 points? Are you trading minis? Or are you trading micros? Can you afford to trade minis in this environment? Do you have the balance for it? Do you have the experience for it? And do you have the emotions for it? If not, put your pride aside, trade micros, be a part of the party, make some money, and let's continue to keep this train on the tracks. I'll see everyone on the inside. Those of you guys who enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. To everyone else who's looking for some fresh evaluations, Apex, 71% off right now. Load up. You can have up to 20 funded accounts with Apex. That link is down in the description box below. Again, I will see all of you guys on the next video.